Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show, everyone. Hello, Papa.
Hello, Billy. I'm Papa.
That's Papa, all right. Everybody calls him Papa now. People that don't know him comes up to you and says Papa, don't they?
Yeah.
That's funny. And we got our guest with us today. I'm going to call him John Cameron because he'll say John Cameron on there, but it'll probably say John Cameron on there, won't it?
It will say John Cameron on the ballot.
John is his obviously legal name, but he is known to people as a nickname Cam, correct?
That's right.
Cameron, that would get tricky.
Not to be confused with the NFL football coach. I wasn't that
lucky. And he's running for judge in the 12th. What was it again?
It's the 12th Judicial District,
right.
circuit court judge.
Big court, and it's
big court. That's what they refer to it as.
They really do, yes. He's from the Sequatchie Valley, and it's 4 basically counties of the Sequatchie Valley. So we'll be talking all about that. It's 6 counties, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we'll be talking to Mr. Cameron about all that good stuff here in a few minutes, and of course he'll be partaking in trivia as we make all of our guests do. And we always tell them, like you just found out, they always find out last minute on the spot.
We don't make them, we allow them.
Right. But the reason we do it, it seems to loosen the guest up, and they get more comfortable, and they end up forgetting the camera's even there. And that's what we want to do.
All right, well.
Don't
expect right answers, okay?
Well, you're my lifeline, so I hope you can get some of them. Because I never know what he's going to ask. Trust and believe that. But we do have a few announcements, though, Papa.
I'm ready.
As you're listening to us here on WUAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV. And don't forget to go to the BTC Fiber YouTube channel, and we want you to get on there and subscribe. We're getting so close to that magic 1,000 subscriptions. It's getting really close. I'm thinking we're like maybe 150 away. I'm guessing, but I'm probably pretty spot on there. Something like that. It's getting close, Papa. And no longer than we've really been pushing it. I think it's done good. So get on there and subscribe. We really, really appreciate that. And I do want to mention the following people that had birthdays this past week. Donna Campbell had a birthday on Tuesday. So happy belated birthday to you, Donna. Today is a lot of birthdays. We got 4, Papa. We got Marietta Putnam Thompson now. Brenda Reese Savage. Jody Young, Dan's wife, Jody, happy birthday.
Oh, Jody.
Yeah, and Mr. John Lee Downey. Happy birthday to John Lee.
Happy 50, John.
Yeah, he'll like that, Papa.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, though, to Donna, Marietta, Brenda, Jody, and John Lee. Hope all you guys had a great birthday or having a great birthday today, because most of them are actually today. And we do have one on Sunday that I'll go ahead and say, Tom Dashke. Pretty sure it says Tom. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Dashke is on the 13th, so happy birthday to you as well, Tom. That takes care of our birthdays. And we've got some announcements here, and I'm going to have to get on my phone to tell all of them. So let's see here, because they are some of the announcements are on paper here, and the rest of it's on my phone, folks, so bear with me here. These are important events that are coming up. We'll talk about the first annual BTC Fiber Wayne Wells. This is a cancer memorial employee fundraiser, because as y'all know, Wayne Wells, he did work at BTC Fiber, and he recently passed away just a very few short months ago, seems like. And 100% of the donations from this will go to the local cancer team in memory of Wayne Wells. And it's going to be on Wednesday, March the 23rd. It will be from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The cost is $10 per plate. You'll enjoy a beef burger with fixings, chips, drink, and a snack cake. So sounds pretty good to me. Please pre-order by Wednesday, March the 16th at 4 o'clock p.m. No orders accepted after deadline due to ordering supplies. And let's see, make sure I got it all. There's some more though to be at. Now that's the one in Pikeville, right?
Dunlap.
Or this is Dunlap, my bad. This one is in Dunlap. I'm sorry, folks. So the one on March 23rd is in Dunlap. They'll be in Dunlap on Cherry Street, 122 Cherry Street. And it will be, I did get the date right though, all that is correct. It is Wednesday, March 23rd from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. But it's in Dunlap. But there will be a second one in Pikeville. There's where this comes into play. The one in Pikeville will be held on April the 6th. And will it be at the same time, Ethan, or do we know? And it's going to be also from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Cost will be $10 a plate. So remember, all proceeds will be donated locally. If you have any questions, though, I'm going to give you two of these numbers because there's several here. So we'll give you two numbers to call. You can call 44. Really? That's a number? 447-1243. Okay. I thought for a minute it said 1234. Like, I want that phone number.
I can see where you're going.
But you can call 447-1243. I'll say it like that. 1243. Or you can call 447-1280. And you can also call you can fax or text. You can fax. My bad. Fax 447-3339. And pick up only, and that one's on April the 6th, the one in Pikeville. So we got one in Dunlap and in Pikeville. That's a good thing, 'cause that's for a really good cause. Now the second one here is, we talked about this last week, Pawpaw, for the first time. Well, that's when we found out about it. But I love this idea.
It's tremendous.
It really is. It's the Cruising Tour. It's Tennessee's Great Valley, Sequatchie Valley, Scenic Byway. And basically what it is, we got Powell's Crossroads, Dunlap, Pikeville, and Crossville. Okay, all working together. And to have, well, basically it's to unite the valleys, the way I feel.
We want people to come through this valley.
Exactly.
Starting down at Powell's Crossroads.
That's right. And let's see, Ethan may give me the dates here, because one of them is, of course, it may snow tonight, though. Of course, if it does, if weather permitting, let's put it this way, weather permitting, the first one will start tomorrow. Correct, Ethan? In Dunlap, right? Dunlap is scheduled to host the first one of the year tomorrow. Weather permitting, it'll be at 4 o'clock p.m. Okay, and Dunlap's will be the second Saturday of each month. Pikeville's will be the first Saturday of each month. Powell's Crossroads will be the third Saturday of each month, and Crossville will be the fourth Saturday of each month. And their time is they're just from 12 to 4 p.m. when they have it. So their starts earlier. Pikeville starts at 5. Dunlap and Powell's Crossroads will always start at 4. There'll be a big crowd out of this. And if you go to all of them, they'll give you something that you can show them, and you can win something, right, Ethan? You can win a prize if you do that. So if you go to all 4 of these cruise-ins, make sure you get something to prove it, and you can win a prize.
They'll give you some kind of little decal that you can keep up with them to show that you've been to all 4.
Right. That's right. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully they can have it tomorrow in Dunlap, but I don't know. I've not watched the weather, but I know it's supposed to snow, and well, I ain't here lately, I tell you. Every time I turn around, it seems like.
Well, here my life talk will be snowed in.
Yes, I know some people just completely panic, I'm telling you. There'll be no milk or bread at the grocery stores. You can done count on that. Right. I've never understood that. But anyway, we also, Papa, got a big country breakfast. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Big Country Breakfast. This one's at the Veterans Hall. It's always a good one, folks.
They have a good one.
They really do. You got biscuits and gravy, ham, sausage, bacon, scrambled eggs, hash browns, tomatoes. To drink, you can get a cup of coffee or a glass of milk or orange juice. And once again, it's tomorrow from 7 to 10 a.m. A modest donation per plate is requested. Proceeds benefit the Charity Scholarship Fund. And this one is sponsored by Amy Agee, who is going to be on our show next week. She's a Republican candidate for trustee, and she's sponsoring this breakfast. So check it out, folks. If you've never been to their breakfast, you need to go. They always have a good one.
It's one of those.
They've never disappointed.
Buffet style.
It really is. It really is. I can't read the writing good enough on that, so I have to do that another time. All right, I'm going to do one more pop-on. It's going to be your turn, buddy.
I'm ready.
All right, my last one is it's the barbecue plate dinner at Pikeville, the fire department in your neck of the woods, Pawpaw. It's going to be on April the 9th. They're going to be selling barbecue plate dinners with 2 sides and a drink for $10 per plate. April the 9th. It'll be from 3 until 6 p.m. at the fire hall. Remember, all proceeds do benefit the fire department, and as we always say on here, they have to make money somehow, folks, because these are all volunteers. So when you go to something like this and you pay for your meal, just know you're doing a good deed. It's for a very good cause, because these are volunteer firefighters. We always try to emphasize that here.
Well, you're not paying their salary.
No, we're not paying their salary. So it's for a really good cause.
Also, on the 19th, which will be a week from tomorrow, we have a country breakfast out at the Mount Crest Fire Hall. That's at the intersection of Highway 30 and Route 101 as it breaks off from 30.
Right.
The menu will be for that morning bacon and sausage, just 2 kinds of bacon. 2 kinds of meat. No fried bologna. but they do have eggs and hash browns and biscuits and gravy, and no breakfast has they have to have biscuits and gravy.
Of course, that would be crazy if they don't have that.
If you're in the South, you got to eat gravy.
But I'm still going to challenge all these places to match Fall Creek Falls breakfast and add pancakes or waffles to it.
They'll also have jelly and butter and coffee and milk. These people that are members of the fire department out there, they want you to help them exist, because if it were not for public funding, there would be very little done in this county to keep your insurance rates down.
Oh, yeah.
They're asking you to help them by paying them $7 for this meal. But if you so choose, you may leave a $10 bill.
I'm sure they won't complain about that one bit, unless you ask for some change. Tell them to keep the change. So that we're always bombarded with announcements. But I think we got the good ones out of the way anyway.
Yes, we did.
All right. Well, now, Mr. John Cameron is going to be my lifeline on some trivia here, because it's always hit or miss with Pawpaw. It can be extremely difficult one week, fairly easy the next. I'll never call it real easy. It's never been real easy, but a lot of times it's a little bit of both.
But bear in mind, the subject is trivia,
right?
So it's not going to be important.
That's true.
So if you get it, good.
Yeah.
I get them at odd times. I write down things as they come to me, and so one of them might strike a chord with you, John.
I hope so. I really do.
Number 1, what kind of creature was Moby Dick?
Oh, he was a whale.
A whale. So I
could have saved you on that one.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Might be the only one, but
I know.
Okay. In a sport, there is a TKO official. What's he called?
Wait, a TKO? Well, in boxing, there's TKOs.
So what kind of official would be?
He's a referee.
Referee.
Okay.
What do you call a plane that is pilotless?
A plane in trouble. Mayday, mayday.
No, what kind of planes that are utilized by Blitzo Telephone Co-op every once in a while? You see where one has been active up and down.
Like a drone or something?
Drone.
Okay.
They have no pilot.
No, they don't. But I was really feeling sorry for
what is it that's rolled out for celebrities? 2 words.
Oh, that's the red carpet, isn't it?
Boy, you're on a roll.
I am.
All right. What do you call a hero sandwich?
Oh, Lifeline. What do you call it? What do you call a hero sandwich? Because I really don't know that one.
A hero sandwich.
It's called a hero. It's
hero sandwich? A hero sandwich. Can you give another clue?
I should know. I love food.
There's one.
I know, but
there is a restaurant in town out on the bypass that sells
hero sandwiches.
Well,
it's called something else.
What do you call
a restaurant on the bypass sells? Well, this is a tough one, isn't it?
Probably not for me.
Oh, the producer. The producer knows. I can tell. Well, dadgummit, I don't know it. I'm gonna be mad when you say it. I know I'm gonna be.
There's only one sandwich shop on the bypass.
Subway.
Subway.
Well, I said sub.
You did. Oh, okay.
I said it could be a sub. But.
Oh, you did. Well, then we're gonna get credit for that. We got it right.
All right, then. I've got a blank word in this saying.
Okay.
To make a blank story short.
To make a long story short.
Long story short.
Oh, well, I can handle them like that.
If you go on a trip out of the country, you have to have a travel document. What is that?
You sure do.
You've been out of the country.
I have many times, and you can't go out of the country without a passport.
All right, what's another word for passport?
I don't know. It's just passport. You're just trying to make me wrong on a question. See how he does me?
There's another word.
Visa?
Visa.
Oh, okay. But passport is correct too, folks. Just so you know.
I'm glad you chipped in there, Mr. Cameron.
Listen, even though passport is perfectly acceptable.
But how did he know Visa?
I don't know.
It's a accepted word.
Well, yeah.
For your documentation.
Yeah.
I've never been out of the country, nor do I plan on going.
He won't fly. I've flown everywhere. He won't do it, and
I'm not going to.
Tell him
knock
why.
me in the head and put me on a plane.
I got you.
Now we might have to do that, yeah. Tell him why, Papa. It's kind of funny.
I'm a Christian. I don't care where I am when it comes my time to die.
Right.
But I don't want to be on a plane when it's the pilot's time to die.
That's why he won't fly.
Makes perfect sense. I make quick flying.
You never thought that, had you, John?
No, I had not.
he will
that's
not
food
fly.
for thought for sure.
I just don't think about it. If you think about too much, then you ain't gonna end up going nowhere. Like you ain't ever gonna fly like Papa here.
That's all the trivia.
Well, now I can handle trust me, John. It's nowhere near that easy usually.
I got you.
Nowhere near. Every once in a while, I'll catch a break.
Well, he didn't want to stump you and then make the guest look bad.
No, that's what it was. That's probably what it was.
These were easy today.
They were easy compared to what they normally are.
The hardness or the lightness, whatever it is, the way it comes out.
Sure, folks.
I've got them ahead for about 10 weeks.
You do, don't you? All right, well, since that's it for trivia, we can start grilling you now.
All right, grill on.
That's why you're here, isn't it, John?
That's right.
That's right.
Well, okay, what made you decide to run in this election? Like, what made you say, I'm running. I've made my mind, I'm going to run for judge, and here we go.
Well, to be honest, and it may sound cliche, I feel like I can make a contribution. And what I mean by that, there's kind of a backstory to that. Before I even went to law school, I worked with the Department of Human Services, and I investigated child abuse and adult abuse cases. And when I was there, I got to a point where I thought truly I could make a bigger difference, have a greater impact if I pursue a law degree. And that's proven to be true. I do a lot of work helping children that are dependent, neglected, adults that are being taken advantage of, those type of things.
Well, that's good.
So it's really has enabled me to try to protect the most vulnerable people.
They deserve protection
in our society.
True. Yes.
And given that I've been practicing 19 years, I'm currently a municipal judge in South Pittsburgh.
Okay.
This is kind of a natural progression. In a
way, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And in a way, truly, I think that I can continue to try to make a contribution to society and continue to do what I've been trying to do for close to 30 years.
Really? I didn't know you're in South Pittsburgh. We had Missy Blevins on here 2 different times.
Oh, right, yeah.
In fact, we had a blast with her.
The chancellor actually told me to tell you hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. She said she called you Pawpaw. And
she did.
She didn't know if I should do that or not, so I won't be so presumptuous. Those pretty women probably get their way with it. I mean, I might not should have said that. So
my wife's dead.
She's a very pretty woman, but she's a very nice person. Like, she is so genuine.
She's
we
awesome.
had a blast with her, and we got a Christmas card from her actually.
Yes, we did. Year. I remember it.
Yeah.
She's doing a fantastic job.
Good.
She's unopposed in this next election. She and I are darn near siblings. I've known her dad for years. Being from Jasper. Her dad and mom, Danny and Cindy Thomas.
Yeah.
So we go way back.
Well,
she's awesome.
I have a question for you. Is this your first foray into politics?
It is.
So you're going to get your feet wet?
My feet are wet.
I was about to say,
I'm ready for them to dry.
They're probably getting soaked already, aren't they?
I'll tell you, 6 counties.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the judicial district is comprised of 6 different counties.
It's a lot of footwork out there.
Let me tell you something. I never thought of this until I've been listening to you talk. You use terminology that is not befitting the average lawyer that I know.
Mm-hmm.
To me, an advocate is an important ally to have if you're needy, or if you're neglected, or if you're in want. That lawyer can be that advocate. That lawyer can be that one called alongside of, just like the Holy Spirit. I had never thought about that. Thank you for enlightening me.
Yes, sir.
You gave me a different perspective on lawyers. I thought they were all bad people. Forgive me, Howard.
He didn't think that about all lawyers. But they do tend to get, lawyers in general sometimes do get a bad rap for that,
Well, I'll tell you, there's some, for the most part, the vast majority of the attorneys that I deal with are good folks.
That's good.
Well, I'm sure you have cases that come before you that you probably don't get paid for.
You wouldn't believe the amount of pro bono work. I don't even charge people a lot of times. It's again, being a lawyer to me it's a vocation. It's a profession, but not a business, if that makes sense. There are a lot of lawyers that create controversy. Mm-hmm. Quite honestly, in cases, just so they can bill. So they can run the clock up and they can get the check at the end of the month whenever they do their billing.
I believe that.
Never engaged in that. I never would.
Don't you ever.
I'm glad you haven't, because that's not right.
Yeah,
that's not right.
That's just not who I am.
No, I'm glad to hear that.
I'm glad I got to meet you. And I'll tell you another thing I liked about you, and I won't get to vote for you. I don't get. Yeah, you're.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I thought because you live in South Pittsburgh. I liked your handshake.
No, I actually live in Lone Oak in Sequatchie County. Okay. I'm the judge in South Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you had the firmest handshake of any man I ever shook hands with.
No.
That's saying, well, you got the other man's hand. You can't get away from me, bud.
Yeah, I had a captive audience there for a second, didn't I?
I couldn't get away from it.
That's funny. So that is what motivated you, though, to make to make a long story short on that, is that motivated you, and you decide, I'm getting involved now. I'm going for it.
Well, right? and as chance would have it, the 2 judges from the district, mm-hmm. which as I mentioned, consists of 6 counties.
Yeah.
It's Franklin, Grundy, Marion, Bledsoe, and Sequatchie counties. So
Wow. So
when you're-
Franklin, Marion, Grundy, Bledsoe, Sequatchie. Is there one more?
Marion. Did
That's
you
our.
say Marion?
I may not
believe you
said Marion.
also.
I mean, I did miss one of those, so yeah. So it's basically Sequatchie Valley and maybe a county or two, but all of Sequatchie Valley though
Grundy
for sure.
County's not in the valley. Yeah.
Grundy County, that's right. Part of Grundy is the Sequatchie Valley though, so yeah, that's
Right.
cool.
Yeah, it's they call them circuit judges because
Mhm.
they travel the circuit. They go from one county to another basically
Wow.
every day.
I never
And there
knew
are 3
that's
judges. So back to what I was saying,
Wow.
by happenstance,
why. Yeah.
2 of the judges are retiring. Judge Smith,
Oh.
Curtis Smith from Dunlap,
Oh yeah.
Curtis Smith.
Mhm.
and Judge Rusty Graham.
He is. Oh
he's
wow,
retired.
both of them
And
are.
of course, your homeboy here, Justin Angel.
Yeah.
He's unopposed.
Yeah.
He's doing a fantastic.
Well, he'll get reelected every time he runs.
Yeah, he
Well,
should.
Especially unopposed.
He
Unopposed is
should.
the easiest
He
way
should.
to do
Missy,
it.
Missy's unopposed.
Good.
You blaze the trail and let other people follow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the circuit rider ideal, that comes from the Methodist preacher.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Really.
They rode the circuit.
rider.
I'm learning a lot of new stuff here. I didn't know that's why the judges were called circuit court judges. Never once knew that. Never.
But they have more than one area they're responsible for.
Yeah, it makes sense, but
Yeah.
I
So
don't
you
know.
got a circuit that you're responsible
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Several.
And that court is the court right below the appellate courts. It's
Yeah.
the trial court. They handle civil and criminal matters. You're in
Okay.
a car wreck, you want to sue the
Smaller
trucking company.
areas.
Right,
of
right.
responsibility.
That's where you go.
Okay.
You're charged with a crime, a felony. That's
Mm.
where you go for
Right.
your trial. So
Okay.
it's the trial court.
I'll remember
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Or big. Yeah, that's why
Did
they
you
call
say
it
you
big
do remember
court.
it?
I'll remember that.
Is that- yeah, because Papa's such a criminal and all, I tell you.
My daughter runs the jail.
Hey, my-
She's the administrator of the jail. And every time they arrest me, she lets me out the back door.
Oh, is that?
So I won't ever have to come to court.
Great that that's the case.
It must be nice.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
that
full
word,
of it. That's what he is.
Like that word grace.
So, so you're based out, and you live in Lone Oak now, which is in
Sequatchie
Sequatchie County.
Above Dunlap.
Yes, but you're from Marion County.
I'm from Marion County. Was
Right.
born and raised in Jasper
Cool.
on a little farm up there.
Yeah,
Had horses and
I've been
did all
Jasper
the
many,
stuff
many
that everybody
times.
around here does.
Yeah, I've been
I'm
Jasper
just-
a lot.
You know, I'm not a silk stocking lawyer.
Good.
I'm just one of those country lawyers that
Genuine, real. That's
has
what
I
people
think
like.
a bait of common sense and
Exactly.
just try to do the right thing.
We need more of that.
I like the look in your eyes.
We need more of that, like for
I believe
real.
you're an honest man.
Well, I tell you what, I need the support of Bledsoe County.
Yes.
That's why you're here.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. You know, I even though I've been practicing for 19 years,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to this end of the valley that often.
No.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I mean,
Yeah, because you're
as a
judging
practical
South
matter.
Pittsburgh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been right across the street and litigated cases.
Yeah.
Over the years, but
It's not a
as far
lot.
as having a lot of contact and a lot of connections,
Right.
that's what I'm trying to develop.
Well, you
That's
need to
good.
thank
That's
you need
good.
to thank Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative for having this television station.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Bledsoe Television Cooperative. Is that what you got?
Let me tell
Thank
you,
you very, very much.
how many
yeah.
small counties do you know of that has their own
That's
television?
true. That's true. And
Very few.
Yeah.
Very
Very,
few.
very few. So y'all are blessed to have that, and I
Mhm.
bet
Better
y'all
believe
have a
it.
huge following.
We do. Yeah. I hate saying that. It makes you sound cocky or bragging, but I'm not doing that. You know, because we are very, very thankful for it. It's mind blowing. Yeah, it is. Got great fans.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you'll get a lot of exposure today, which that's what we want.
We have
That's what
You
fans.
said
want.
you had Missy twice. I might have to.
You might come back.
I
I
might
know
have
it.
to get an
We can
invite
do
again.
that. We can do that.
We have some lady friends down in Dunlap that watch us on a regular basis.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
right?
we got some good
They-
big fans.
One of them has sent me information to use on this program time and time and time again. La la.
Gotcha.
La la, yeah. And Ruby, there's one woman that sent me money one time. I mean, I didn't ask her to, obviously, but that's how much she loves me.
Ruby McLaughlin, she's in her 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And she watches this program.
But now she's like 90 going on 60. I mean,
That's
she's
like
with
my
it.
dad.
She's with
He's
it.
active like you. I'm
Yes.
not sure your age, but my
He's
dad, who I
active,
practice
too.
with, is an attorney, and he's the second oldest member of the bar.
Oh, cool.
His name's Harvey Cameron,
Oh.
and he's still in the office every day.
I'm
Well, in fact,
87. I'm 87.
He is
Just turned.
He is 86.
Cool.
He's 86.
You'll have to call me sir.
Barely. He just turned. He just had a birthday. But no, that's impressive. That's impressive that he's still.
Hey, he gets up at 4 in the morning.
Dang.
This sounds crazy. And he goes to a workout facility in Chattanooga called the Sports Barn.
I know
5
what sports
days a
man
week.
is.
5 days a week.
Really?
Yes. Just like you,
He must
spry
love it.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
energetic.
He is too.
Well, you sure come across that way.
He is. He is. He just can't take a compliment, but he is. And I tell him that all the time. And it sounds like your dad's the same way, though.
Yeah, he is.
That's
He is.
good.
And I'm actually mistaken. He's a 35 model also. He is your age.
Yeah.
Really?
Cool.
That was the year Social Security started.
You don't mind me calling you? You don't mind me calling you 35 model, do you?
No,
I actually like that. Never heard it put that way, Papa.
I like that.
I do too. That's pretty
My
cool.
car's old, but it's not that old.
I got you.
So, my point though earlier was you've got a huge ground game to cover. You know, and obviously politics is all about the ground game. It's a huge part of it. So I'm sure you don't have time for much of anything right now, do you?
My head's spinning. I was in
I
Franklin
bet.
County last night.
Yeah.
I'm in some county about every week
I'd say.
for actual functions, organized
Yes,
functions.
yes.
And then I'm
That's not
burning the
including the door-to-door
roads up,
stuff,
trying
yeah.
to meet people. And
Well, you have until May the 5th, you said. May the 3rd.
May the 3rd, yes, sir. And that's it. Like I said,
Yeah,
the
they're just going to
primary
be
is the
decided
election.
then. Yes.
That's the election for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's unfortunately a lot for a lot of elections this year.
Well, you've come across very good today because
I think so,
the
too.
people that are watching today, they get a good image projection from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you wanted
Well,
to
I
do.
hope so. And what they see is what they get.
Yeah.
There's nothing pretentious about me.
That's what
Um,
we need.
and I'm not gonna. I've not been that way as a judge.
Mm-hmm.
And if I move up to the next level judge,
Yeah.
I'm not going to change.
It's not like you're going to change and all of a sudden, yeah.
Right. That's exactly right.
But I think that's important.
But one thing I just want to make sure and hope people do
Right.
is compare qualifications.
Yeah. That's important.
You know,
That is important.
19 years, that puts you on a pretty good course.
I agree.
Well, and the other gentleman running, he's been practicing about the same amount of time, but
Mhm.
my 19 years has been here.
Oh.
It's been in this district.
Yeah.
It's been in this valley.
Yeah.
I've been representing your friends and your family and your community
Right.
firsthand on the ground.
Yeah.
Also, I have judicial experience.
Oh,
so,
yeah. That's big too.
People make their own choices.
Mm-hmm. But they
obviously,
need to know all the facts like that.
But
though.
I
They
just
do.
hope they do their homework. Let's put
Well,
it
that's the reason you're here today.
yes, sir.
For them to do their homework, because you are right about that. We don't do our homework enough, and we go down through there just marking names, and that stuff's got to stop.
This
Gotta stop.
job is a big deal.
It is. You can't just go there marking through and not even knowing what you're doing. That's crazy.
Well, what a circuit court judge does is impacts families for generations
Yeah.
sometimes.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I send somebody away to prison that has 2 young children
Yeah.
for 5 or 10 years, they're impacted.
That's exactly right.
If I'm handling a divorce case
Yeah.
and having to make a decision about which parent is going to be the primary residential parent, that's the terminology used
Mhm.
in the court system.
It's a big decision.
It's a huge decision.
Yeah, it is.
And that's one thing, having the background with Child Protective Services,
Oh,
juvenile
yeah.
court work and all that.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I can just say this on the front end. People that come before me on a divorce case,
Mm-hmm.
I will not, if at all possible, allow them to put children in the middle of their controversy and their dislike for each other. You can
yeah.
absolutely ruin a child for life
That's the truth there.
by these parents not acting like adults and
Mhm.
doing as they should, putting
Man.
the focus on their children and not on themselves.
You got
And
that
I
right.
guarantee, I can just say emphatically
Yeah.
that I will not tolerate that kind
I
of stuff.
like that.
You need to start a counseling service
I know.
Well, I mean,
prior to their being there.
yeah,
A child
right.
should never be used as a weapon, and
they can be.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know firsthand. Yeah, they can, and I've never thought that was right to do that. You're selfish. You're thinking about yourself, trying to hurt that other person, and you're not thinking about your child.
Exactly.
And it's mind blowing that goes on so much.
It's
Maybe you
it's
could
frustrating for me.
lead the
Yeah.
charge to say we don't want divorce anymore.
Right.
Marriage is a commitment.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's not
I'll tell
honored
you,
anymore, hardly.
if my wife were standing here, she would say, "Hey, that guy's a great guy or a good guy,
Yeah.
but he ain't perfect."
Right. Nobody
and,
is.
And the way people just kind of toss marriage out the window
They do.
and say, we're not getting along. Let's get divorced.
Start all
It's
over.
just
They
so
don't even-
easy. It's
yeah.
just so easy. There's
give
not
up,
there's
they
not
don't put
commitment to
more
marriage.
effort in it.
There's not commitment to children. There's not commitment to community.
No. There's
I'm
no
telling
commitment
you.
to a lot of things. That's the problem, isn't there?
exactly right.
You're right about that.
Have you ever thought about being a preacher?
Well, one of my great grandfathers was.
Maybe that's where he gets it from, Papa.
But one other thing I want to point on is you mentioned Missy. She's
Yeah.
over the drug court in the district.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes, which is an opportunity for people that have alcohol or drug
Mhm.
addiction
Well, she would work with people too. Yeah.
to be able to take a different path.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, they always come out of circuit court because that's the
Mhm.
criminal court. And if they qualify, they can go into this program and instead of going to prison,
I
they
know.
can go through drug court and rehab and counseling and various things.
That's
You
good.
guys know the impact that drugs and alcohol is having in these
Mhm.
communities.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's doing a wonderful thing through that. And
That
I
don't
mentioned
surprise
that
me at all.
I might have mentioned that I sit as a special judge for General Sessions Court in
Oh,
Marion
really?
I didn't
County.
hear you say that.
Well, I don't.
You didn't
Then
say-
I did.
Well, you just
So that's some
you're in
more
South
judicial
Pittsburgh, but I didn't know about that.
All right,
Yeah.
that's some more judicial experience.
Yeah, there's even more.
That's where these criminal cases start, just for
Yeah.
people that don't know. It starts in General Sessions Court. If it's a serious
That's
offense,
true.
it goes to criminal court.
Yeah.
So I sit as a special judge there for Judge Raines, handling his civil and criminal docket. I've done it for 13, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to that, he's tasked with dealing with CON hearings, called Certificate of Need hearings, where people have
Never heard of that.
mental infirmities,
Oh.
some kind of disturbance that creates a risk to themselves or others.
Mhm.
And if I'm fortunate enough to be the next circuit court
Uh-huh.
judge, that's one thing that I'm going to work on.
I hope so.
I'm going to work on trying to get resources
Yes.
to be able to implement a mental health
There needs to be.
aspect
A little bit different to set them apart.
from the drug court.
Well, because
but
there's
oftentimes they're
nothing
in a-
now to help the mentally ill. Like, it's basically nothing. It's
Exactly.
really, really bad. And people are not aware how bad it is. That's why so many are walking around. There's nowhere for them to go.
That's right.
Or they
That's
won't
right.
put them in jail. Well, that's not the place either. They
A
need
lot,
help.
a lot
They
of
need
times
help.
those, a lot of times those problems go hand in hand
Sure
with,
do.
with drug and alcohol issues.
Yes.
So anyway, the point being, I want to try to garner resources,
Yeah,
try to
I like
have
that.
have a court that can deal with those individuals. You know, a lot of times people wind up in criminal court because they're just not with it.
Exactly.
Because they're bipolar or schizophrenic, and they don't know what they're doing.
They don't.
And if they're on their medications,
they're fine on their meds, but they go off their meds.
that's exactly right.
You don't know, like you may think they're on drugs, but they're not. They're off their meds. They act just like somebody on drugs, though. And it's really,
and that's
it's
it,
bad.
as a practical matter, that's going to be the difficulty.
Yeah.
Figuring out a way to keep them on task. But at least given that opportunity or the potential resources to people, I think would be beneficial.
I do too, and I'll say this too. I think after so many times of a person getting in trouble going off their meds, I think they need to be made to take them or be in a facility if they're not going to behave when they're
done.
Oh, I know it
Easier
is.
said than done.
Oh, trust me, I do know that. I've been stalked, I know all about this.
Well, that's because your personality. I
mean,
if you weren't a radio and TV personality, nobody'd be stalking you.
And
they stalk you, Papa?
But I can tell you though that when you go through something like that, and when it's mental illness is involved, there's not a lot that can be done, and that's not good. Like, I really hope that does change. I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of work to be done on that. I feel like that could be done.
Well, I'll tell you, my opponent in his announcement said he's running to give people a choice. I'm running to continue to do what I've been doing for 30 years and try to make a difference in our community.
Yeah.
You
I like
do that.
I like that. Is there anything else you want to
You got a pretty mean grip yourself.
Is there anything you want to say before leaving?
Okay, I can be checked out on Facebook under John H. Cameron.
Okay.
I've got a website, JohnCameronForJudge.com.
Okay.
I'll even give them a cell number. Somebody that's listening or watching wants to call me and ask me questions about who I am and what I want to do.
Go ahead.
423-322-7536. I want to meet people in your community.
Yeah.
I want to work with the people in your community, and I want to be your next circuit court judge.
That's
right.
That's
a good deal. You would have been here today if that were not true.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back for May. You come, I have to do that, buddy.
I would welcome the opportunity. You guys have been awesome to let me come in.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Thank Bledsoe Telephone Co-op again.
Thank you, Bledsoe Telephone Co-op. Keep these guys going. Because I want a return visit.
Yeah, we'll gladly have you back anytime. I do appreciate it.
And good luck.
Thank you very
good
much.
luck.
And I don't believe in luck.
I'm saying
good fortune to you.
Yes, sir.
Good fortune.
The reality is, I'm not in charge. If the good Lord wants me to do it, then it's gonna happen. So
I like that better.
I like that. Thank you.
All right.
You did good, buddy. Right. Well, stick around, folks. Coming up after the break, we'll have some sports, and we'll talk to Pawpaw about some Albertology and have him tell some jokes. He's been on a roll lately with his jokes. We'll see if that continues. That's all coming up next, right here on the Albert Billy Show. Stay tuned, folks.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
I'll take care of lunch today, Dylan. Oh, no, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay this late for error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The out freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to dunlapmercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube. And you can also, we'll just say once again, though, be sure to subscribe. I just looked at the number, 848 subscribers, so I was very close. We're 152 away, folks. Come on, help us out with this. We will greatly, greatly appreciate it, and we're getting really, really close. And also, you can go to BTC Fiber's Facebook page. Oh, we never mentioned that. You can go to their Facebook page. You can go to the Albert and Billy Show Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. You can leave us a nice comment if you want to.
I had a call today.
Get on there and like it. Yeah.
I had a call today. This lady said, Albert, last week I watched your program, and that joke you told about that woman that had all those surgeries and all that, but she said you mispronounced liposuction. She said you said liposuction.
Did you? I didn't catch that, or man, I can't believe I didn't catch that.
But before she told me lipo, I said, I should have said lipo. But anyway, she's watching the program.
That's right. That's good. And we could do a website, couldn't we, Ethan? Isn't there a way to do that?
Yeah, websites exist. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that you and people are the ones that can do it. Yeah. So me and my producer will be talking off camera, and we'll let you know about that. But I want to thank our sponsors: Bilbrey Insurance, Citizens Tri-County Bank, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Thank you guys. Big thank you to Farm Bureau Insurance, as well as the Loom, Nickroll Antiques, which they're closed right now, but it's just around the corner. It's less than a month away, and they'll be back open. Morgan Brothers, and of course that will include the Bank Walker Brewery and the venue. Gibbs Pools, State Farm Insurance, thank you Nick and his friendly staff. Mill Down Outdoor Adventures, the Country Gospel Bluegrass Showcase Sunday. It's Lola's, thank you Lola. Collier and Company Realty, Michelle Collier. Remax Realtor Cindy Nipper, thank you Cindy.
They moved over on the bypass.
Oh, cool. And the Butter Dish and Dexter's Barbershop. They're on our window outside. We have businesses putting their logos on our new window here at the radio station, so feel free to do that. It's not free, but you can call us and we'll give you the prices on that. All right, Papa, what are we talking about in sports today?
Georgia fired their basketball coach.
Oh, well, they did have a bad year, but I don't.
They lost 26 games. Mm-hmm. No other team in the SEC had lost that many.
In history? Oh.
No one in the SEC ever had that many losses on their record in 1 year. So they said, go find you another job, Tom.
Dang. But is injuries to blame? Like, what's the reason why they're so bad? Because that's bad.
They were just pathetic.
Yeah, that is bad. And he's not really had a great year there yet, anyway, that I know of.
No. Well, he's just won 40 some odd games in 4 years.
Oh, that's terrible. You know, he did good at Indiana. He had a pretty good run in Indiana, but not in Athens.
I'd say someone else will hire him.
Yeah.
And last night I watched Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Yeah. That's enjoyable.
And then Vanderbilt plays. They play Kentucky tonight, while Tennessee plays Mississippi State.
Yeah, and Tennessee should win that, and they've had a chance to rest. And like we said, they are on a little bit of a win streak to close out the season too, so they got some momentum coming into the tournament.
Well, you said they've had a chance to rest. They did not have to play 2 games.
Yeah,
but Kentucky women played 4 games in 4 days.
They
won it all.
They sure did, and I was glad to see them come back and beat South Carolina because they're coached by former Lady Vaugh. Kyra Elsie's her coach.
Kyra Elsie and Butts is the assistant.
That's right, and I think they're doing a dang good job.
Last night, in watching Vanderbilt beat Alabama, Scottie Pippen was there to watch his son play.
Well, really, that's cool. Yeah, his son plays for Vandy.
7 or 8 games in a row, he scored over 20 points.
Oh, he's going to be good like his daddy then.
I enjoyed watching Scottie play.
Yeah, he's real good.
Tennessee last Saturday took on Arkansas, and they were ranked number 13, and they beat Arkansas. Now they're ranked number 9.
I like it. Finished the regular season in the top 10.
Last Saturday, the scoring was 15 by Chandler, 15 by Vescovi, 13 by James, and 12 by someone. They had 4.
Was it Fulker or
no?
It was somebody else. It was
Ziegler, and James.
Yeah.
But you've got 4 men there with 12 or more points.
That's balance.
They cannot stop 4 players from scoring.
I wish they'd do that more often.
That's even balance.
That really is. The more weapons you have, the better.
And then also last week, Duke's Coach K.
What a
decided
legend.
to hang it up after 1,196 wins.
And I hate that they lost their regular season finale, I guess you'd call it, to their arch rival, North Carolina.
They lost to North Carolina in their last bid for another victory, but still, it looked like he would have waited until he got to 2,000.
Yeah, he was
1,196. No, I'd been 1,200, so I don't guess.
Oh, yeah. Now, he can still get to that, though. How many? Is he 4 away?
He's 4 away.
Well, the NCAA tournament, you got the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament. He'll get 4 wins.
It's possible.
I would think they'd win 4 games, sure.
But UTC won the Southern Conference title for the regular season.
Glad
with
to see
a
that.
3-pointer with just 2 or 3 seconds left.
I know it.
Jean-Baptiste.
It's been a minute since the UTC men have been in the tournament. They used to be there regularly under Mac McCarthy.
Yeah, Mac McCarthy. And then the GoFundMe fund for Ziegler that lost his home to fire, as of Monday, $363,000
has been made on that. That's great.
He is very humble. He cannot understand that much money flooding in from people.
He's just a freshman too. He's talented.
And baseball, there is still a lockout.
Oh heck!
There's going to be less than 160
here.
Well, there'll be less than 162 games.
Yeah. All fighting over greed.
Vescovi made the All-SEC team.
He needs to. Even though I think he's a little bit inconsistent, he should be on there.
Well, he averaged about 15 points a game.
Yeah, when he's on, he's on. You can't stop him.
He made more 3-pointers than anybody in the SEC.
That's good. He can shoot the 3 just as good as a 2, I believe.
Well, he doesn't try for many 2s.
He really don't, does he?
Chandler made the second team as a freshman, and he and Ziegler both made the all-freshman team.
Good. Those are 2 talented freshmen right there. They really are.
In football, Aaron Rodgers decided to stay with the Packers.
He sure did. Made them
there was
people happy.
Not a figure put in the article.
No.
But I heard $200 million floated around.
Oh my God.
$200 million.
That's why I don't have sympathy for the baseball story. it's just all over greed with a bunch of people that already have way too much money anyway. Nobody wants to hear it. They just don't.
Then in golf, Tiger Woods was inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Well, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
His daughter, Sam, introduced him.
Oh, cool. He definitely deserves that.
He had 82 victories and 15 majors in his career. He's not through.
No, it's that injuries just took such a toll on him. It's a lot more difficult.
He's the greatest player of his generation.
For sure. And imagine if that injury hadn't happened. I mean, there's no telling how many he'd have won by now.
No telling. Okay, that's all I have in sports.
Because it's a back injury, isn't it, Papa, for you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Well, that's short and sweet sports. So Albertology.
Well,
We can do a little Albertology and some jokes to finish it off today.
I have an article here that Tennessee made the top 10 states with the lowest taxes.
That's too depressing.
And the number one state with the lowest taxes is Alaska.
Oh.
They would have to have a low tax rate to get people to come up there.
I guess so, yeah, because that's more of a tourist destination as far as place to live, you know.
Delaware is second, Montana's third, Nevada is fourth, Wyoming. Notice Montana,
awesome
Nevada,
places.
Wyoming, they're all in there close.
Yeah.
Then
West.
Florida is number 6.
Would never guess that.
I would think Florida would want to increase theirs because people don't want to come anyway.
Yeah, I'm shocked at that one.
Utah is number 7. Idaho's number 8. Just think of how many states are out there in the
We
West.
need to be moving out west.
Colorado's number 9.
The West is the low tax rate.
But Tennessee made it at number 10.
Oh, good. Well, I thought we might be on there. Because I've always heard we do have some of the lowest taxes around. Haven't you?
Well, I'd like to think Tennessee. That's one reason there's so many people coming to Tennessee.
Yeah. That's and they'll tell you that.
In the southeast, all those states were in the west and northwest.
Yeah, that's true. We're the only one, aren't we? In the southeast.
In our area, we're drawing from New Jersey and Delaware and those states, Washington.
Absolutely.
Not Washington.
All over the place. All over the place.
Okay, Pickles.
Good old Pickles. What's Pickles up to today,
He's
Papa?
sitting on the couch reading the newspaper, holding a spatula.
Yeah.
And Opal says, "What are you holding that spatula for, Earl?" Spatula? Huh. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a good question. He looked at that spatula. Don't you know? He said, well, not to brag, but I can forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Okay, Pickles.
Been there, done that. Yeah. That is funny. That's funny.
Yeah, that's a joke in itself.
It really was. You have been on a roll, I have to say. You've been on a roll with the jokes, Papa.
An elderly couple had been married for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But one day the wife gets starting things. Things got mixed up, and the husband noticed that. And finally, after a good while, he decided, you need to go to the doctor.
Oh.
So it just kept on getting worse. So he talked her into letting him take her to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So after several tests and a thorough examination, the doctor brings the husband aside and he says, well, let me tell you, the problem you have with your wife is she's lost her mind. The husband says quickly, well, I don't doubt it a bit. She's been giving me a piece of her mind for years.
That's a good one. Finally give him the whole thing, didn't she?
According to CareerBuilder.com, 15% of workers admit to getting to the office late at least once a week. Here are their excuses.
No, this is the funny part.
I have transient amnesia and couldn't remember my job. Couldn't remember my job. I had boys that worked for me at the store that didn't show up for work, and I had to mop. That's the truth. Listen to this excuse. I was indicted for securities fraud this morning.
That would make them want to keep you working there, wouldn't it?
Someone stole all my daffodils.
Shoot.
I saw Lola. Listen, I saw Lola Sales come to church this morning with a big old bouquet of daffodils, and she said, "I stole these, Albert." Sorry, Lola.
I can so see her saying that too.
This was an excuse one man gave for being late to work. I had to go audition for American Idol. And this is the last one. I was trying to get my gun back from the police.
Oh, man, that's a terrible one there. I'm thinking most of them got fired.
Well, I don't see why they were there to get fired. I think
they should have been there to begin with, sounds like to me. They didn't do a background check, did they?
One of the players on our junior high football team never saw action in a game.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother was the assistant coach, and he liked the kid, and so he always gave him some pep talks.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Ben, he said, everyone on this team has an important role. There is no I in team.
It's true.
True, said the boy, but there is a B-E-N in B-E-N-C-H.
Ooh. He could be giving him some playing time, couldn't he?
Jimmy Fallon said this.
No.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
A woman in South Carolina just gave birth to a 14-pound, 4-ounce baby boy. The doctor came in and said, "Congratulations, it's a man."
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. All those were good. All those were. One more at least.
Okay.
If you got another good one. It's hard to top some of them.
The office manager says, "Where were you yesterday?" "I was at my cousin's funeral." "Why, did she die?"
Golly.
An office manager?
That's one dumb office manager there.
That's all I'll do.
Those were good. You're on a roll with the jokes, I'm telling you. They've been really good the last 2 or 3 months for sure. So keep them coming, Papa. And that's it for this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. Thanks to our guest, John Cam Cameron today for coming. Cam Cameron. I know. That's a memorable name right there for joining us today. And next week we'll have special guest Amy Agee. She's running for trustee, and she'll be our guest next week, Papa. So you guys be sure to tune in for that, and we will see you then. I hope everybody has a great week. So long, everybody.
See you, folks.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.